Our meeting with a prayer of our conventional prayer by Narayanan. Please go ahead.
Heaven of freedom, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where the words come out from the depth of truth, where the tail is stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary deserts and of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country wake. This is from Rabindranath Tagore's collections. Thank you.
This is our usual prayer to start with. Now, conducting our regular 165th meet. That means we have completed 13 years, 9 months without a break, except for 2 months on account of COVID. I take the opportunity of welcoming my fellow FOSWLians, ICC Cupertino, and FOSWLians Hyderabad, FOSWLians Chennai Adayar, FOSWLians Vijayawada, and my music group members, and also Vavilala Reunion and Evergreen Seniors Group. I welcome them all for today's meeting, and I take the great pleasure of welcoming our distinguished speaker, Dr. Sri GhanShyam Garu. So in spite of his busy schedule, he has agreed to address us today. I'm very grateful to him. And this is how he is a highly qualified person. And he has been a B.Tech as well as M.Tech from Kakinada Engineering College. And he is also a PhD from Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. He is a highly qualified person, and he has come to address us on the subject instrumentation in practical life. Instrumentation in practical life, such a very useful topic. He is going to address us on that subject. And for all the members, I request them, I call upon Ananda Kumar, our Joint Secretary, to detail the biodata of our distinguished speaker, Dr. C. GhanShyam. Over to Anand Kumar.
Dr. Chiravuri GhanShyam, our today's speaker, was born on 1st January 1956 at Vijayanagara. He is going to deliberate on instrumentation in practical life. After his graduation in ECE and PG in Instrumentation and Control at College of Engineering, Kakinada, he got his doctorate on gas sensors from Guru Nanak University, Amritsar. After joining CSIO, Chandigarh in 1979, he got 6 promotions to become chief scientist and retired as head agrionics in December 2015. Post-retirement, he served in CSIO as consultant, Design Innovation Center project for 6 months from April 16. He was an ACSIR professor, a DAT fellow, West Germany from 1988 to 1990, and a UNDP fellow at Turku, Finland in 1991. He received Scotch Order of Merit and Scotch Award, New Delhi in 2015. Gandhian Young Technological Award at New Delhi in 2016. Venus International Foundation's Lifetime Achievement Award at Chennai in 2017. NRDC Award of Government of India in 2018 for societal innovation, namely Advanced Electrostatic Sprayer. He was Chairman IETE Chandigarh from 2012 to 2014. He is a fellow of IETE, Institute of Engineers, Instrument Society of India, and many other engineering bodies. He was project leader of UNDP, DST, CSIR, and many DAE funded projects. He published or presented 240 papers on international and national journals and at conferences, and holds 2 patents also. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Chiravuri GhanShyam garu.
Dr. V.S. Sharma garu, President, Friends on Same Wavelength. Dr. R.V.N. Sharma garu, Vice President, Friends on Same Wavelength. Sri Anand Kumar garu, Sri K.R. Narayan garu, Executive Members of Friends on Same Wavelength, friends, intellectuals, professors, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, sir, for those kind words. I am very happy to be here among you in this platform, Friends on Wavelength, this evening, sir. Sir, Professor R.V. Sharma garu rang me up few months ago and called me, Dr. GhanShyam, you have to give a talk. I was taken aback. Sir, what you're saying, my cup of tea is not medical science. My cup of tea is instrument engineering. But you know, R.V. Sharma garu, that he goaded me and he persuaded me and he convinced me that, and I'm very thankful to R.V. Sharma garu as well as V. Sharma garu, who has given a very apt title. Having given that apt title, I have decided to restrict my area to a situation where you will have my long experience. I can share my thoughts along with my work. That's what decided. First, normally, when a speaker wants to deliver a talk, he asks what type of audience he'll be attending. In fact, I attended some of the expert lectures in the same Friends on Same Wavelength during COVID time. I was highly impressed. That's why I have restricted my area to a level where you will all, I hope you will appreciate. Next, about me, sir, I have worked on different projects. Some of the projects I worked on, molecular epitaxy for compound semiconductors and electrostatic deposition for thin films for gas sensor applications. And your area of interest is that pulse electric field for the preservation of liquid foods and electrostatic nozzle for agricultural applications, sir. Now, with these few words, I will begin my talk with well-known quotes of Bhartrihari. Bhartrihari said that Vidyanama narasya rupa madikam prachanna guptam dhanam vidya bhogakari yasasukari vidya gurunam guruhu vidya bandhujano videsa gamane vidya para devata vidya rajasu pujyate nahi dhanam vidya vihinaha pasuhu. Knowledge is man's crowning mark, a treasure secretly buried, the source of luxury, fame and bliss, a guru most venerable, a friend on foreign journeys, a pinnacle of divinity. Knowledge is valued by kings beyond wealth. When he lacks it, a man is a brute. There is another quotation by Bhartrihari, Vipati dhairya madabhyudaye kshama sadasi vakpatuta yudi vikramaha yasasi chabiratir vyasanam srutau vikrisiddhamidam hi mahatmanam. Courage in adversity, patience in prosperity, eloquence in assembly, heroism at arms, delight in fame, devotion to scripture, all are in the nature of nobleman. Sir, before going to address the today's topic, I would like to share with you that we learn something, automatically curiosity comes to us. Curiosity leads to thinking, and thinking leads to knowledge. You know, knowledge is great. Knowledge makes one great. In fact, creativity is the most important thing. I emphasize this because you see that for no fault of ours, whatever was studied in our college or university, by the time we get our degree, the knowledge we acquired will be obsolete because the knowledge is taking place with a tremendous speed. You all know that. So already there has been lot of devices, instruments have been developed in the past also. It's a continuous process. But today, a stage has come that you need to think differently. For that matter, creativity is in every field, sir, whether it is art, whether it is science, whether it is music, etc. Now, these are the different things I brought here because you are using science and technology, learning, knowledge. They're nowadays at your fingertip, but still you have to push the envelope. You have to always think it differently. Creativity, non-obvious things. In fact, whatever is available is for that you have to think and the ability to see beyond what is given. That is the required, sir. Yes, we are all above 60, but our questioning, our spirit of inquiry, inquisitive passion. In fact, passion is very important for any type of work. If you have passion, if you have burning desire, definitely you'll be able to do it, sir. With my long experience, I have seen that burning desire and passion are essential for achieving any objective, sir. Now, we all know that physical laws, scientific laws are always to be applied for the development of any system. But engineering is to make it work for the different applications, but always, this is what important in the development of instrumentation. There was a time, sir, that your field is limited to electronics, mathematics, nanotechnology, chemical technology. But if you have that confined to area that worked for a long time, but it's no longer to work now, you need to have interest, you need to comprehend the basics of the system. There was a time where electronics is specialized area. There was a time where optics special area, but you know the development that took place in your own medical field that today the doctor has to operate so many devices. If you doesn't have the domain knowledge of other areas, it will be difficult for him to attend the patients and the situation. So this has become now necessity. Now you can see left side, I have just shown so many areas. You have applied physics, software, electro engineering, material science, mechanical engineering, nanotechnology, classical optics, photonics. Just to give an example that we are all using that the same laptop computer, but many of you know that to make it computer work, there are two fields are important. One is hardware engineering and this software engineering. For hardware engineering, you need to have IC or integrated circuit. Integrated circuit is also called a chip. Now, it is a very small dimension chip. It appears to be like that, but you know that to make it work, to make it manufacture, there are several steps are required. These steps are oxidation, epitaxy, etching, reactive and beam etching, metallization, contact leading, so many and so forth. But remember, this oxidation, this etching, what I just now talked, each area is a special instrument, a very big instrument by itself. When you combine all these areas, then you will be able to manufacture a chip. But here, this reminds me of an important incident. Many of you know, or at least remember, that a device called transistor. Transistor full form is transfer resistor. It was in 1956 discovered, invented by Breton, Bardeen, and Shockley. They were working at Bell Laboratories, USA, in the field of semiconductors. They have developed semiconductor junction theory. The theory was so strong that a device had to come out of it. They have never worked for transistor. They were actually working on semiconductors. So what I wish to say is that if your theory is so strong, your fundamental is strong, and if you go to study in this specialty area, you will be, they could manufacture transistor. But today, the advancement that took place in the area of electronics only because of that transistor. In fact, while developing transistor, they have understood the concept of thin films and thick films. Very briefly, I will tell that thick film is above 1 micron thickness if the film has got. Thin film is below 1 micron. Now, you will be surprised to know that the thin film has advanced so much in that area. Whatever you are now using, all the complete mobile phones are all nothing but, they are very nano size with films only. So these areas you need for the development of new systems. Now, sir, having given this background, we have actually developed one system for agricultural applications. Before going to the details of that system, I would like to tell you that conventional sprayer, the farmer uses, and the farmer thinks that the more pesticides if he uses, then he will have very good yield. But unfortunately, it is not. Instead, he will get it chemical wastage, overdose, non-uniform deposition, and environmental pollution, and so many disadvantages are there. So, we have come out with an innovative, specialized instrument that is called air-assisted electrostatic nozzle. There are 3 methods are available. In this, I will tell you briefly that one method is called, you are using ionized field charging. It's also called corona charging. The second method is called contact charging and induction charging. We have used the technique called induction charging. Briefly, in the case of ionized field, we are using very high voltage we are using. By using so that you are actually generating the charge, but by using this corona charging, there is risk, because you know that India farmers will not use even slippers also for that. And since it is a high voltage, there is a risk factor is there. The contact charging also, the same problem is there. Whereas the induction charging, the farmer is insulated from high voltage. Whether he will use slippers, whether he will use his barefoot, then he will be not, he will be safe. So we have come out this induction charging method, sir. Now, basically, what we are doing in this one, you can see that there are, is shown L1, L2, and L3. The L1 is basically nozzle, L2 is ring electrode, and L3, you could see that it is a short electrode. When you are using these L1, L2, L3 in different modes, you will be getting this ionized field charging, contact charging, induction charging. That means when L1 and L2 are grounded and L3 is at high potential, that means this short vector high potential, you are using the ionized field charging, sir. Then when you are using L2 and L3, when we are grounding this and L1 is high potential, that means at nodular head potential contact charging. But the one which we have come out with the innovative instrument is induction charging, L2 at high potential, L1 of the opposite polarity. When you are using induction method, the polarity gets reversed. So that will be useful for the deposition on the canopy, and the farmer will not be not have any problem with the high voltage. The basic concept we are using is Coulomb's law. We all know the well-known Coulomb's law is like charges get repelled, unlike charges get attracted. So this we are using this, and we have to generate the spray using this principle. Here, I wish to tell you the basic effect called wraparound effect. You know that the bacteria is so clever that it sits on the back side of the leaf. So normally in conventional sprayer, if the farmer uses, he will be using, but he will not be able to reach the back side of the leaf. So the particular plant or crop get affected. However, by using electrostatic sprayer, because of the field charging, it is able to reach on the backside of the leaf, and this is exactly called that wrap around effect. Now, functions involved in this system. We have one liquid atomization and charge application, spray formation, then spray deposition. Atomization means basically we are converting the stream or the jet stream, we are converting into drops, and second atomization, we are converting that drops into further little drops, and we are charging those little drops. So for that, we are using different type of instruments. Now you can see clearly that here you have the nozzle here, and when we are injecting or applying pressure using either air pressure system and liquid system, then we will actually breaking up the liquid, and we are further breaking up, and we are converting them into the drops. This is the primary and secondary liquid jet breakup. So I have already explained you that primary atomization, secondary atomization, basically in the involvement of how you are actually converting the jet into a small drops and further droplets. After achieving this, here comes your scientific laws and application. You see that clearly, you can see that here you have the nozzle, here you use the ring electrode, you can see that, and this is our objective to reach these charged droplets to the target leaf, and how many forces are acting on this. This is important for your design. You can see that aerodynamic force, viscous drag for air force, surface tension, gravitational force, Coulomb forces are there. You can see here gravitational force, and viscous drag force is the opposite side of the aerodynamic force. So all these have to be taken into consideration in the design of your system. Now, coming to the droplet depends on so many parameters. For example, you have to see the viscosity and surface tension, and you have to see that what droplet size you are looking for, and how you are using your atomizing pressure and increase the ratio of liquid flow, etc. here I would like to share with you. It has been seen that they have used different type of materials for the ring electrode. They have used ring electrode, stainless steel they used, copper used. Then while using that, we had a discussion that how to make it more effective, because the idea is that actually how to retain the charge for a long time. So for that, we have studied different electrical properties and we have come to the particular material. Now you can see that I have shown you here the ring electrode high voltage supply. High voltage supply was given the positive mode because our objective is to attain the negative energy so that it will be able to attract by the plant. Although this system in this particular slide appears to be so simple, but to make it work, so much effort has to be put in. The reason is that when you are dealing with the high voltage supply, you need to have compact size important, and it should not lead to coronal discharge. There is a word coronal discharge. You have to understand that if the voltage that is above 5 kV or 4 kV or so, it is trying to conduct with air, and that leads to initially sparks, and also it will disturb the system. So we have decided to have a small DC-DC convert system for this, which I'll explain a little later. Then I talked about ring electrode, the material of ring electrode, we have used that one. Then we have used the insulation, for that we have worked. And after using this also, we have also used a technique for optimizing our system in the application point of view. First, we have come out with a nozzle in the laboratory mode. This we have come out this, and we have used in the laboratory. We want to test it in principle how it will work. So for that, we have come with two models where we have used. One is liquid pressure we have used in the beginning. Then we have used changed the liquid pressure also, and two models were shown. And remember that the project we have got from Department of Technology. So several meetings were held that after presenting this about difficulties and modifying this one, then we have also the ultimate user is Punjab University, Ludhiana, and we discussed with them also for the domain knowledge also. I mentioned clearly that one, even if you are very good in your specialization and confined area, to make the instrument from lab level to the commercial level, it's a long journey. So many hindrances and hurdles you have to face it. But remember, by facing these hurdles, you will get enormous courage, confidence, and strength. Now, in the laboratory, we have tested this one. Yes, this is our dummy target, and we have used it the setup here, where we have used the laboratory power supply, high voltage system, and we have used our nozzle at this mode. And finally, we have seen that we have first our model is that a beaker you have put it, and you, although when using electrostatic technique, when sprayed on the beaker, we have first success we got it on the back side of the beaker, where we got droplets. Then we analyze the droplets. If you're using conventional sprayer, you will not get this one. That we have proved in principle. That we have applied later. Then we have modified different type of pressure systems. Then we have come to the finalizer that one, air compressor, and then we have applied with air assistance for this one, sir. Then after bringing the complete setup here, we got the results, but we wanted to measure the spray current, because spray current divided by the charge accumulated is most important for the performance of your electrostatic nozzle. You could see that a stage from here, laboratory setup, measurements, and system simultaneously using. Yes. Then in the laboratory, we have constructed. Yeah, okay. You can see that this is a Faraday cage was constructed. The spray current is very important, and this Faraday cage will actually not allow the electromagnetic radiation. And this is for main application is that for measuring the spray current. Now I have seen that I showed you, I told you also that here the was generated small power supply, then were converted, is given to a DC-DC converter, and DC-DC converted used a Pareto transformer and high voltage multiplier, and then used this one. And our nozzle you can see here, and another version of this one here. Then after working on this one, we have focused further optimization of our design, where you could see that here you have that air system, where air feed we have given here, liquid feed is given here, then your nozzle is exactly here, sir. Then you have the ring electrode here, high voltage applied here, and all the components were manufactured in the laboratory only. Then we are assembled, and we took all the parameters consideration. This one, this you guys shown in the already explained you. Next, after taking the measurements, we have finally got the performance of this one is 1.65 millicoulombs per kg. This is the most desirable we achieved in this. Now comes to the electrode material. When we have come out this one, you see that I discussed in the paper that whatever that people have used so far, that they have tried materials, that they have used platinum, they have used stainless steel, they have used copper. Then we have actually first time used a material nickel. Then we got very good results. But when we got good results, then we have published a paper in the Journal of Electrostatic Physics that why we have to use nickel. Then from the fundamental principles, we have explained that there are three areas are important, or three parameters important for that one. One is the Fermi level, another is the work function, the electronic configuration of the nickel material, and you can see here, shown here, these are the platinum, silver, nickel, copper, aluminum. Similarly, platinum, nickel, copper, stainless steel, brass, aluminum. Here you can see that induction charging capability is in increasing order. So here you can see that platinum and silver are not cost effective. So this was seen. Then also you can see a Fermi energy is 6.0 electron volts for this one. Work function also of the nickel is higher than the remaining materials. And then we have also understood electronic configuration. Then we published, and it is a very good journal. We got a good citation also for that. Then when we presented to this our achievement, then we have shifted to our actual final product to nickel only, sir. So far, others have not used nickel. So finally, I wanted to that while doing so, you can have to see so many parameters. See that you have to see the electric characterization, mechanical characterization. Then, as I discussed already, Fermi energy, work function, and this is the actual principle which I have explained you already. That where you have the generating liquid, then you have this ring electrode. It is not contact with the body and generating the spray, and thus you are controlling, applying the high voltage here. So final nozzle we got is this one. This we have. Sir, I would like to say that when you have come out with nozzle with so many performance, is one job. From lab to the product level and commercialization the system is altogether difficult job, sir. I wish to say that now you have to test in the field, Then you have to use burning test and you have to convince them and safety test and come out with so many solutions, operation manual, etc. That also takes long time for this. So during this process, I have learned my experience, which I would like to share with you now. Anyway, advantages I have already explained you is the pesticide consumption, coverage, reduce spread drift, and cost efficient, better pest management advantage. Now, this I wanted to share with you. In fact, these two, Murphy law and Taguchi principle, is applicable to everyone in the day-to-day life. That is the reason that I said the title is appropriate in practical life. Murphy law is if while doing the system, as I said that we have faced so many hurdles, so Murphy law says if something is to go wrong, it will go wrong. You cannot stop it from happening. Let us see an example. You are asked to be there. You are asked to reach your office at sharp 9 a.m. by your boss. Yes, you have put the alarm clock, you have started your vehicle in time, but there is a breakdown exactly before reaching your office. You could not reach 9 o'clock. But your boss reminded you so many times that you have to be sharp at 9. So Murphy law applicable here. Yes. If something is to go wrong, maybe that time your vehicle got punctured or it got delayed, traffic, whatever it may be. But there you have used Taguchi principle. What Taguchi principle says that if something is to go wrong, it will go wrong. You can't stop from happening. But what all I can do is to reduce the cost, learn the lessons. Yes, you are to reach the office, put standby, tell your friend that in case there is a breakdown in the car or vehicle, he has to pick you up and he has to drop at your office, or you also request him to drop at office. This is what required. But despite this loss and everything, you have seen and you are seeing even in daily routine life also, we are not able to use this. Anybody uses Murphy law and Taguchi principle, he can reduce the cost and definitely he'll get success. I'll example share my example for this same project which I have learned it. In one of the meetings, the chairman was so unhappy with one of our members, then he decided to leave the hall. Then I was the project leader and the senior most scientist. I requested him and took the responsibility and I convinced him and asked him one chance and he gave it and we got the results. So what I wish to say is that there are times in life, every day you face it, but there is solution for that also. So you reduce the cost. If I keep quiet, I have just not intervened, this instrument would not have seen the light of the day. So the same thing will give you tremendous experience. Now, Abdul Kalam in so many lectures, our former president has used this one and many of you know, but it is worth remembering now also. One is fail. Fail is not fail. It is first attempt at learning. And this every one of us learned. But remember, every time you face a new problem, again it's the first attempt only. So it inspire you, sir. Then second is end. No, that is end. We say no. Effort never dies. It will always take it a positive way. Then no. You will see that when you ask to do anything, first you say that no. No, it is not negative, sir. It is next opportunity. You think that way and you take that as a chance. In fact, the same project, when others have refused, I was given. So I never said no, and it has seen the light of the day. Sir, I would like to say also some of the management lessons I have learned in all these years. You all know that Chinese proverb, please don't give charity or don't pay money. Please, teach him well. The famous teach with how to catch a fish. So next day, because even if you have money, tomorrow he needs again that one. So please help him to give a job actually in which way he can do independent himself. This is very important. Focus on user, not your competitor. Many a time we focus only on that who is going to take out technology. No, you have to see that my system or my work should be in such a way that it is indispensable. He has to consult this particular issue. That should be your goal, sir. Yes, we all debate, but it should be healthy debate. No ego, sir. We should discuss. In fact, debate is essential. Even I'm told that in Google meetings, they have to conduct debate and finally they will find a solution. If you do not conduct debate, if you do not discuss, definitely you will have to face problem in future. Leadership, leadership skills, and in that tell you, sir, all you are sitting here, every one of you is a leader here. Then this is very important. We always find here, be ambitious, but not stubborn. But we have seen so many times that this actually kills the atmosphere, sir. Yes, communicate skills now essential because if you are not good in this, you want to say something, they understand something, it leads to something, and you get different product. So this is very important. Time management, and I tell you, sir, I have seen Professor Sharma. So many times he might have mentioned also in your lectures. So next, sir, this is important. Very positive. Everyone, everything is your teacher. I used it to spend my time with my father while walking, and he used it to observe everything. One day I asked him that. He said that there is so much thing you can learn from nature. Even his answer also used to be there that one spiritual answer, he replied, I should remember that when I was very young, I asked him that, sir, when somebody leaves this world, how he'll feel it? Then he asked immediately, do you know when you came to this world, how you were feeling? I said, no. So he said that, see the nature. Nature teaches you anything, but provided you respect the nature. So still I say that there is so much to learn, so little time we have got, sir. Then this is very, very important. We have seen it, faced it. Lost time is never found. Then recent example of what happens in UP, failing to plan is planning to fail. Daily we see that. We conduct so many seminars, we conduct so many events, but we're least bothered to have a standby generator. The mic doesn't work. The generator is not switched on, so it's planned to fail. Then minds are like parachutes, they only function. But provided you think, when I was in Germany, I worked with a scientist called Professor Ivo Rengro. He said that whatever you say, Ghanshyam, computer may come, advanced computer, your mind is supercomputer. Provided you try to open it, think of it. You have to do a lot of brooding. You have to think it through. So this I appreciate, sir. Then ultimately our life is this. In this life, leave a small footprint to society. Whatever you can do, whichever way you do that one. And I mentioned already, knowledge is power. You can see that in the Vishwasanama also that Dhyanam is the most important thing said by Lord Vishnu. Then share your dreams. Already share it, but you also share dreams whenever you present, sir. Then this I included recently because development took place. Please, you try to be away your comfort zone for some time, at least a whole day, because still for creativity like smartphone, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, Google, Tinder, Chat GPT, and so on and so forth. There is so many are there, but time is very little. So you have, I'm not telling that communications, technology are very important. You need to upgrade your skills. But at the same time, that it is not only technology. There is so much to see beyond technology also. Yes. Don't give up your area of excellence. This I would like to share my experience with my teacher. When I was doing my third year BTech, we have got a very inquisitive teacher, Professor Mudidhar Sharma. So he told us that after studying 4 years in a core area, please don't switch over to totally different area, because you have devoted 4 years and you have considered the area. Second thing, that when you join any organization, please see that not the title. You may be the president of the organization, you may be the vice president of organization, but there are only two jobs, and one day you may be shown door. So you see that there has to be a ladder in the system. Then he said one more thing, that see the assets of the organization. Of course, this may not be relevant because today people are actually job generators, job creators at area has come. But the idea here is that your area of excellence is always close to you. Then winners do not do different things, but they do think differently. Interestingly, the same topic, same idea may be given to n number of people. Some will come out with a positive mind, and you can't imagine that because his imagination is different. He came with a solution. This will very inspire you. Then upgrade skills today's scenario every time. Even you, me, everyone has to do this job. It's a continuous process. Then this is a very positive statement. The impossible you talk is untried, sir. There is nothing impossible, but you have tried. Then this, you all know that success is a journey, not a destination. Every one of us has to know this. Then you fear what you don't understand. Progress depends on diligence and perseverance. In fact, there is a saying that if you have patience with you, then you can save piece of 10 years. Sir, with all my experience, I jotted down few judge yourself points. Many of you know, already used them, but I would like to share with you. Leadership, you know it. Courtesy, you have to extend to everyone. Sincerity should take you great heights. Perseverance is most important. Without this, you cannot achieve anything. Yes, self-control. There is a time to get up, time to sleep, time to talk. So self-control is equally important. Time management also they speak. Neatness, cooperation. This already we are seeing in the government. Loyalty, dependability. This is very important. If this is most important, sometimes even if you have a team, that dependable few persons can make all the difference. And broad-mindedness. Here I would like to share you that former chief vigilance officer and Vittal said once that in an organization, if the people don't cooperate with you, please don't criticize them. Please pay them salaries, put in a room and block it and do your work and pay them salary regularly. So what I would like to say, don't dependability is very important. So I have also used this technique for other projects also. Now so many projects are using in this one. You can use us for food preservation application. You can use for coatings of the food items, electrostatic technique. It's very exciting. It is both science and art, and so many products are coming. Then I have also so many references in this paper. In the Google Scholars, you will get it by typing my name. There are so many papers. Next, so reference I conclude here. Sir, this we have got from the award from NRDC, National Social Innovation Award 2007 for this one. I read for you this one. This is for given for the National Societal Innovation Award of the year 2017 for the invention entitled Advanced Electrostatic Spraying Technology for Efficient Spraying of Applications. It was delivered at Science Technology Building. Then this is the shield also they have given and a cash prize also they have given, sir. You can see that one of our team members, me, and at that time, Science Technology Minister, Professor Harshavardhan, you can see that. Destiny is not a matter of choice. It is a matter of not a chance. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sir.
Now, I leave it to Professor R.V.S.N. Sharma, our Vice President, to continue the discussion on the topic, please. One by one can clarify their doubts, it will be done. Over to Sharma ji.
Ghanashyam ji, you did a very good job of what is a very broad subject. Some salient features you have brought out and made us understand, though we are not technical people, to know some of these intricacies of what you are talking. All the same, we can get a feeling that one can really focus and achieve, provided they have the will and the perseverance. And last few slides are really the crux of life. Whatever you have shown in the last few slides. While I was looking at those statements, I am trying to figure out that each one I can equate to a Bhagavad Gita slokam or whatever it is. So you can one day, you know what we can do, we can put these things on the left hand side and show a corresponding Bhagavad Gita slokam on the right hand side. And we have a wonderful management book in Bhagavad Gita, so which is useful not only for engineers, for every walk of life. It's very nice that speakers of various disciplines and various reputations are coming onto the FOSWL forum and trying to share their wonderful knowledge. Needless to say, you are a very luminary in your own field. And so many publications and so many accolades, so many awards and rich experience of around 50 years, I guess roughly by now. So you'll be around the same age as mine. So it's
Thank you, sir.
knowledge is treasure, as you said. Knowledge is power. And, knowledge, as you said, it's in expanding by leaps and bounds every day in every field. Also, science and technology, which includes medicine also. So one has to keep oneself abreast and be a student forever. Never forget the fact that we learn from every individual. And Abdul Kalam's three statements are really very good: fail, and no. So no is next opportunity. E&D is also very good. Likewise, there's nothing like a failure. Failure is an attempt to succeed. Abraham Lincoln, he contested elections several times. He failed before he became the president, the most coveted president of the United States. So likewise, you know, the Adhishtanam tatha katta karanam cha prathak vitham vividascha prathak chesta daivam chaivatra pancham. This is a big management principle from Bhagavad Gita. Adhishtanam, the seat of action, your lab, your patient or your hospital or your field where you work on, that is the Adhishtanam. The Tatha Karta, the doer or the team that does it. Here there is no one doer, there will be several groups of people joining to do a thing, just like in an operation theater. In the field of technology and science also, a team of people work. That is the second one, the Karta, Karanam cha Prathak Vitham, the various actions that you take care and do, meticulously planning to fail, failing to plan is planning to fail is very essential in that, and that is the Karanam cha Prathak Vitham, Vividas cha Prathak Chesta. There are several inputs that you get while you are doing an experiment, either in the lab or in the field. From bench to the bedside, we say, from bench to the field, you have to take the technology, that several inputs will come. These are all the Vividhascha Prathak Chesta. If you take care of all the four, Daivam Chaivatra Pancham. We leave very little chance. You said while you are going for a meeting to your boss, when your boss has called you at 9 o'clock, you have a backup plan and then see that, you expect to fail, that is Murphy's laws. And then if they having expected a failure, you also plan for avoiding the failure and try to minimize the Daivika factor or the luck factor. Daivam cha atra panchamu. The knowledgeable person is the one who plans for all the first four, the adhishtanam, the karta, the karanam, and the chesta are the inputs, and minimizes the chance of failure. And as Dr. Kalam has said, failure is not failure. It is an opportunity again to improve ourselves. We have seen in man landing our ISRO laboratories landing the rocket on the moon. We had a sort of very disheartening failure the previous attempt. And the latest attempt, you see how wonderful the country all enjoyed the success of our scientists. And I tell you, there's nothing in this world where scientist has no role. Everything is dependent on science and technology. The backbone of that is instrumentation. Even medical field also comes under science and technology. And today, as you have pointed out, the doctors they cannot sit and say, I only know about medicine. So that's no use. And one has to adapt in adopting the technology. One need not be Balamurali Krishna to enjoy a song, but he may not be performance of a particular utilization of a product.
Yeah.
Be a good consumers. And your words about the WhatsApp, chatpat, and I take it very seriously. One who spends most of his time on these unnecessary chats and time waste things, they will lose a lot of important time to focus on what exactly can be done. And it looks very nice to be on WhatsApp, say forward messages, look at the videos that are popped up by the YouTube channels. Never try to fall prey to such unhealthy practice. But
Yeah.
focus,
Wonderful.
a man who is focused, you have several times stressed on that. Your focus is very important, and knowledge is power, as you said, and your Bhartrhari quotations are very apt. Vidyanamana rasya rupamadhikam prachanna guptam dhanam. Vidya bhogakari, yasa sukhakari. Vidya,
Excellent.
Vidya makes you friends everywhere, it wins. A king is a king only in his place. A knowledgeable person is adored in every place. So with these
Thank
few
you.
words, I thank you very much for your time that you have taken and the sort of the gaurava that you have given to our word to talk on this.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, President, sir, and
So I
Vice
Very good, sir. Very
President.
good.
Now I
Can I
leave
open the
it open for
discussion
our
for the
members
discussion, please?
to discuss
Any members
anything
can
that
come
you would like
forward.
to ask. The scientist, a senior scientist from CSIR, is here with us, and I have allowed everyone to unmute themselves and
Yeah,
take.
please go.